We are the Master Traitors
We are the
podcast.
Master Traitors podcast.
We are the Master Traitors podcast. And we're back for another episode of the deflated balloon that is the Traitors US Season 4. We're nearing the end, folks, and I gotta be honest, so far I feel like people are more excited for the reunion than the finale, but we'll get to that. I am your snake daddy, your shit poster supreme, Matt Keck. Alongside me, it's the man of a million beans. He's the light of my life.
Paul, Johnny knows Shields.
Johnny
No.
freaking knows. Scotty doesn't know, but Johnny
does.
sure does. Now, for those of you who are new, I'm not sure why you started with this episode, but we're happy to have you. We are a couple of comedians from Kansas City who play a lot of Ultimate Werewolf, which, if you're unfamiliar, is like the board game version of the Traitors. We've played hundreds, thousands of games, different powers, different people, different levels of sobriety, and we're going to break down the ins and outs of the strategies of all the moves people make. And we're also going to talk about my favorite ship that starts this episode at breakfast as Rob and Mara come into Brecky and
Matt,
have a solo brunch.
Before you get too
Let's go.
crazy,
Uh-huh.
you married me today.
I did! Oh my god! What am I even doing? I'm jumping right into the episode. It was a huge day.
Matt married me.
That's right. We got gay married. No, I'm kidding. I was the Reverend. Paul got married.
Oh, yeah.
My guy, Paul. He done did it.
My beautiful bride, Laura.
He done did the deed, folks. He done did the deed. The world's dirtiest bachelor.
I'm
Finally
off the-
settled down.
I'm off the market,
If you
peeps.
see that Dow Jones crashing, it's because he's off the market. He is off the market. This little piggy
My
went to the
tariffs
market.
are out of here.
He done. It's terrific up in this bitch. And if we want to talk about dream love stories, now that yours has reached its natural conclusion, I'm hoping that Rob and Mara can take a clue out of the old Shields book.
Ting ting.
Old Tinkerbell. She loves her some Rob. She's so in love with this guy.
She trusts him.
She trusts him too much. He's gonna break her heart. So honestly, the discussion is weird at this point. Eric's nervous about Kristen. They discuss Johnny. They discuss Natalie. Rob says he thinks Natalie's probably dead, which I think was just him playing the game, obviously, because he knows who's dead.
Yeah.
It's not her. Tara knows she's bad at this game. And they do a little cutback where poor little Tara is basically just saying, I know I suck, but I gotta try to do something.
Yes.
But
But I don't think she is bad at this game.
No,
really.
I think she could be really good, but
Yes.
she just isn't confident enough to be good. Like at this. She's not confident
Right.
enough at this. I know she's plenty confident enough to be a gold medalist, of course. No disrespect to the queen, Tara Lipinski.
And again, Rob just tossing back those whole eggs again.
Just crushing them.
Trying to get Mara to toss one back.
I mean, my goodness, Rob, what is that your kink, my guy? Just a hard-boiled egg, just swallow her? He's like a snake. Oh, that's what it is. Snakes are egg eaters. They swallow them things.
Oh, yeah,
He's
they
just
do.
He's just trying to be a snake. I get it. I get it, Rob. I see you. Johnny starts talking about the short list, how they got their little letter, how they went down to see the Jack in the
Yep.
Box. And it turns out that they killed Kristen. And even though Kristen said, when I die, look at Eric, that sentence never comes back up in the
Nope.
entire episode. I said it would, and it didn't.
I think
I'm a
it
liar.
did once.
Maybe. Well,
Mark
he
said
mentions that she said something
Okay,
to him, but he
yes.
doesn't say that she specifically said, if I
Right.
die, target Eric. Well, she died, and they never bring that
Also,
up
what they
again.
didn't do, which they usually do every time they have a thing where the traitors visit
Yeah.
the people they murder, they didn't ask Natalie how her night thing went
That's true. They didn't ask her. That's interesting. And
to try to get a little info if she was possibly a traitor.
which makes me think at this point a lot of them aren't necessarily convinced that she is one. And we know that, and here in a bit, we do find out that Tara for sure now no longer thinks she is one, at least at this point. But before we get to that, I'm almost going to skip the most important part of our show.
Oh, yeah.
Alan's outfit.
Please.
My guy walks in. He's got a sheer top. It's a seafoam green. It's a sort of jester pant, if you will.
Seafoam.
Yeah, a seafoam green. A sort of rusted copper, if you will. A Lady Liberty. A nice nice creamy green. Yeah. He's got a sort of jester pant going on. Listen, it's not too elaborate, but I like it. It's clean. It might be higher, but those blue boots stood out a little. They were clashing. I gave it a 4 out of 5. But I will say, once he adorned his little snake,
during the
do-rag, if you will.
Snake,
I was all in.
Like,
once the snake was on, yep, 5s across the board.
5s across the board.
The snakes are here. All right, we get to the talking. Natalie wants to refresh her point of view. She wants to look at things she's not looked at yet. So Tara brings up Rob, and Natalie not only starts to consider, she goes down this rabbit hole head first, immediately, Wile E. Coyote
just
off the fucking cliff.
Like a freaking bat out of hell.
Straight down that hole.
She
mentions the Candace vote, and I won't lie, I did write down here, I was like, wait a minute. Is Tara going to be the one who caught Rob? Like, is Tara, of all the people, is she the unexpected hero who just stumbled in? Like, did the blind squirrel find the nut? Like,
and Natalie just freaking takes it like it was her idea.
I know,
it's telling everybody
like it's gospel.
Yes,
like that. Tara was just kind of floating theories, and Natalie's just like, no, that's it. This is what we're doing. And poor Tara's like, okay. Outside, Mark is mentioning Eric. Rob kind of lets him air it out, but he does defend a little, which I think is a good play. He's not overly defensive, but he's like, to try and steer it away. Smart. That's what you would do if you weren't defending a teammate.
And then he brings up...
Yeah, and then he brings up Natalie.
Natalie's votes. Smart play.
He
Bring
sure
up those
does.
old votes. Things that they don't usually do, bringing up votes and things.
Do.
And they should do.
Mara tinks she's shit at the missions and doesn't know why they're still bringing her along. And Natalie's trying to convince her that it's because Rob. Which, of course, Natalie's right. That is the strategy.
Oh, yeah.
He's kept the people that that trust him
Was she
along.
trying to say Rob is bringing Natalie, too, along?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. He's going to break Tinkerbell's heart. I keep saying it. And then immediately after all this, Mara then tells on everyone in the car. Rob's there, and she's like, hey, I just think you ought to know. They're talking about you. I thought you should know. They're bringing up your name.
The tink and talk.
I think you should know. And they get to the mission. We have to have a carnival mission. There's always creepy clowns in this thing. They didn't really do the clowns, though. I thought we'd see the clowns.
Fergus got an Amazon delivery.
He sure did. Wow, that was very clever product placement. I didn't notice that was paid for whatsoever. Traitors, if you are looking for someone to advertise for your show, find me on LinkedIn. I'll get you hooked up with the right people. Now, with the missions of Carnival, it's called it a carousel. Little bit of a tortured pun, but it's hell, so torture is what you're here for. Right?
Double punning.
Got it. So it's a spinny ride, but it's like a spinning musical chairs, where after it spins, they all have to run, go find a bag of gold in one of the stuffed animals that's on the Carnival games, by the way, which I used to do at Worlds of Fun. I broke the record for the Guess Your Weight machine running the Carnival rides.
As far as...
That was my job.
Broke the record
of most money made.
Oh, wow, nice
I got
job.
the most people to do it. And here's the key. You don't have to be good. You don't have to know their weight. This is a 50-cent stuffed animal, and they're giving me $5. I just got to get them to play the game. So when a crowd shows up, you actually let people win a couple of times, then everyone lines up to get a free toy.
Hook.
Oh, yeah.
It's the hook.
Boom. I'll sell you 50-cent toys all for $5 all day long.
That's what a shark does.
Once they tell me how that works, that snake slithers in. So I felt at home in this one. They're going up there. They're getting the prizes, ripping them open.
Okay, before this.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Eric and Tara have medical conditions?
So I'm assuming for Tara it has to be like a CTE thing, potentially.
I've seen her spin a lot.
Well, yeah, I agree. I'm wondering if it's like a recent thing where she's had like concussions, and you can't, because you're not supposed to spin much with concussions. But I agree. Like Johnny said, he's a skater.
Yeah.
You would think she could spin. There's got to be something going on like that. And, it's medical, so you can't really ask. But you would think that she would be able to spin. Eric, I have no idea.
It's because he's
Could be
Asian.
anything. I mean, maybe, right?
We get
You would
dizzy.
know.
We get dizzy.
The Asians get dizzy. And that is not true. If anything, I've seen Asians spin and kick more than they've straight on kicked. So, yeah, they have to put a dummy into the seat instead of themselves. And so, to make it even, they have to run and grab the dummy and take it back to their seat before they can go get a thing.
But they're not dizzy.
No, but so they're not dizzy at all.
But they have a little time off because
But
they have to
be
run and
fair,
get these dummies.
Did you see anyone stumble at all? Like, how fast was this thing spinning?
Right. I get it that they didn't spin a lot. I did see Mark. Did you see Mark running?
No.
It's more like a gallop thing with this prancing with his
I
legs.
could imagine him prancing.
Yeah.
I could imagine that.
But maybe it was
Man.
just me. Maybe
I'm going to go back and, just watch to see him run. So, Mara has been tinking a lot. The round one, Rob comes back, and he's got the big bag of money, but he doesn't got a seat, and he throws a little fit. He throws a little bitch fit at Mark. You only got $750. Is that what we're sitting down for? Bitch, we got to get all the money. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm sitting in my seat.
just grabbed the money I had.
Bad. Yeah.
grab the money. Yeah. So Rob obviously and Natalie clocks
Natalie
it
clocks this.
that he's acting on this deal. Just a little
She's like,
acting
that's
deal.
a little too much acting for me.
Yeah. Which I agree.
It did come out of nowhere.
Not a smart move on Rob's.
If this had happened earlier in the game, I think he would have gotten found out quicker. But being this late in the game, I think he's fortunate that they're at a spot where their numbers are pretty bad for the Faithfuls.
I suppose.
But I agree. I think 2 weeks ago, this would have got him caught. He acts up like a maniac. Round two. Natalie helps Mara to try and get her on her side, and Johnny doesn't get a seat. Round three, Mark can't prance his way back to a seat.
No, he can't.
Round four, Natalie and Tara are both out.
Natalie and Tara.
I said it the way Alan does. Tara.
Tara.
I would normally say Tara, but he always says Tara.
Tara.
I like it. And then in round five, Fergus refuses to help Tinkerbell, so Eric wins. He's like, I ain't helping you pull these down.
Eric's like, I had a
Damn.
medical condition.
And Eric wins with his
Surprisingly, he
anti-spin
won.
condition. He got that little handicap in there. I get it. I'm doing anything I got to do to win too. But the Traitors get the shield. Eric's the last one, so he gets the shield, and they do get of the 30,000, $24,500. That's a lot for the jackpot. Won't lie. I won't lie.
That's a decent amount.
That's a good amount of money. That's a good amount of money. So, as they're riding back, Rob starts feeding the Natalie theme again. He's got to protect his neck, and he's got to find someone to get out. And Natalie, right now, strategically, as they mentioned in the turret, probably the best decision to try and get out. People got a little stink on her, and for whatever reason, socially, she's an outcast right now. She doesn't have a lot of people on her side. The gamers are gone. She's just not clicking with a lot of people, I think. Now, Natalie starts talking about how bad of an actor Rob is, trying to get people on her side. She doesn't know how the numbers are going to play out. She's trying to count them out. She mentions Eric. She unfortunately has no clue that he is a traitor and is no way. And now Tara starts talking about how nervous she is about going for Rob. But Natalie's just steamrolling. She doesn't listen. She doesn't stop. She doesn't consider. She doesn't discuss. She wants to go after Rob. Then Natalie and Rob eat a little chicken together. Rob,
With bone in.
bone in chicken. Rob plays some games in this scene where you can tell that they both are gonna come for each other, I think. And I think they both know. So Tara and Natalie go to Mark. Johnny's confused. Mara's conflicted. Mark's confused. It's time for another round
Everybody's
table.
confused.
They're all confused. No one really knows what to do. You really got two moves going on right now. And
it's either Rob or Natalie.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Natalie thinks it's Rob.
Yep.
Rob's telling everyone it's Natalie.
That's going in.
And that's it. Like, it's a pretty simple setup. I mean, Rob's in a good position right now. He's got the dagger, and he's got Eric, which means he has three votes.
He's got the dagger, he's got Eric, and he's got Mara.
Which means he already won. Because you only need 4 votes for half. So I guess he needs one more vote, technically.
Yeah.
But he's basically already won walking into this, and she just doesn't know it
Because
yet.
they could have Natalie, Tara, Johnny, Mark.
And then that would have been it.
Okay. 4 against 4?
Yeah, Natalie, Tara, Johnny, Mark.
Okay, so it would have been a tie.
It would have been a tie at that point. So they technically needed to win one over. And honestly, I think Mark was leaning more towards Rob. Especially seeing the footage after the fact. But round table, $180,800 so far. Tara opens and says she's too scared to be wrong to actually commit to anything. So Rob comes at Natalie, and they tell each other they both feel like each other's demeanor has just been off. A good move by Natalie here, deflecting Rob's attack by putting it back on him as well.
She's not doing too bad at this point.
Agreed. I feel like it's kind of even. Like, if you can put someone on an even ground with you when they do an accusatory thing, it makes their accusation lose all weight. Like, because, if that makes someone bad, that makes you bad too. So are you bad? So then they stop with that. Mark and Mara both chime in here and kind of start piling in on Natalie. I didn't expect Mark to jump in anti-Natalie here so quick, but he does later also chime in about Rob, where he mentions the Candace vote. I think Mark's kind of trying to be reasonable, but doesn't know what to do, obviously. I mean, no one seems to know what to do.
This is when... Is this the point when Natalie starts shooting herself in the foot?
So Rob gets really extra defensive for a second, but then Natalie brings Tara's name in. And instead of
he says even Tara think there's a crumb.
Bringing in the private conversation with Tara, even though Tara said she didn't want to commit. And that created conflict between her and Tara. These two do not click. They don't click as people. Like, they communicate in different ways. And that's something you find in games like this.
They didn't click during the table deal when they were arguing over who took the antidote.
Yeah, they can't. Every time they converse, something goes wrong because they're just their process of communication is so different, and the way they think about what's going on is so different that it's just not there. And so Natalie bringing that up sends Tara down the spiral further, and that causes her to retract. And that makes Natalie think that she's been set up. Because she's thinking gaming, and Tara's just thinking socially, you just threw me under the bus. I didn't want to tell anybody this thing, and now you're making me look bad. And Natalie's just thinking gaming, I need to let you know I have votes. And now she thinks that they're thinking gaming, and they're leaving her high and dry.
Once she
overgames it.
I agree, but and once she starts in on Tara, and then starting, I mean, she's being very aggressive at this point.
Super aggressive.
You know, you're not gonna get Johnny. Johnny's like, you're gone.
Yep, you just lost that vote.
Yep, you're dead.
Oh yeah,
you're dead.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, Mara comes at Tara a little bit here too. She's like,
"Oh yeah."
You're like, what are you doing? Bringing this up? Talking about Rob behind closed doors?
I'm very surprised. Like, Tara now? What's happening?
It's like, calm down, ladies. Oh, boy. So we get to the vote. The quickest we've gotten to the vote in one of our episodes so far. But unfortunately, there's just been 2 patterns.
Hey, here's a pattern. Eric doesn't say shit.
Eric said nothing.
Not one word.
0
this
words.
Table.
So at this point, Rob has to turn on him at the end. But that's beside the point. All right, here's your vote. We get Natalie voting for Tara. We get Rob using his dagger, so that's 2 votes Natalie, Mark Natalie, Tara Natalie, Mara Natalie, Eric Natalie, Johnny Natalie, and as Johnny's getting ready to flip his name, everyone's been apologizing for voting for her, and she says, "Don't say sorry, Johnny. I don't want to fucking hear it. She
yeah.
did not like
I
those
know.
figure skaters. She
Man.
is anti-figure skater. Whew. Oh my goodness. She's calling up freaking Tanya Harding right now and being like, "Hey, listen, give me that number of that guy Richard Jewell played in that movie."
Richard Jewell in here. Hit him in the legs.
Oh man, so Natalie got out, and obviously she's pissed. She's pissed off about it. She's a gamer who got real far and got to just below the summit and didn't make it.
And Rob didn't get one vote.
No votes for Rob.
In a thing where you're like,
because she abandoned
this is between. Yes, exactly.
She abandoned it.
She voted for Tara? What's happening here?
She didn't even vote for Rob. She abandoned it, which means she had no conviction in it, which means she shouldn't have gone that hard. And it sucks because she was the one who ended up against the wall, but if you were going to go for Rob, you needed to stick with it.
And Rob's now off, almost scot-free. Somehow. He just let it go. He let the table go where it was. Once it got off of him, he's like, okay, I'm going to let that go.
Smart as hell. Mm-hmm. Smart as hell. The attention shifted to a completely different conflict. Had nothing to do with who was a traitor and who wasn't. It was just a conflict, social conflict from the house. He just took a step back and let what happened happen.
First time he was even close. And didn't get one vote.
Not a single. First time he got mentioned, not a single vote. And I mean, he's in good position. Mara's still around and trusts him. Eric is the other traitor.
Yep.
You've got Tara and Johnny, who I feel like you have to kill one of them tonight because they've got a voting block of 2 votes. And you've got Mark, who trusts him.
Yep.
Mark thinks it's Eric. Great.
Yep. Everybody's bringing up, but also everybody's bringing up Eric not talking.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Yeah.
And not only does everyone at the house start bringing it up while Tara's crying and Mara's giving her tough love, Mark's trusting Rob, not trusting Eric. No, it's just everyone thinks it's Eric. Everyone's talking about this. And then in the turret, Rob even scolds him for it because he kept hearing it at the house. He's like, bro, you didn't say anything at the table. What the hell?
And then
I just thought it'd be weird.
It's the same deal. He said that last time when they said he wasn't saying anything.
I just thought it'd be weird if I said something. It's like, well, yeah. I mean, I guess it'd be weird if you said something because you're being weird. Like if you're being weird, it's gonna be weird. I always have to tell my brother that sometimes. I'm like, yeah, man, if you're going to be weird, it's going to be weird. But if you're not weird, it won't be weird.
If you're going to be dumb, it's going to be dumb.
I mean, I got to tell myself that every day. Bro, it's going to be dumb because you're going to be dumb. So they have to kill someone tonight. And they're going to have to kill him out in the open. Not really. They don't make the choice in the open, but they reveal who it is in the open. There is a coffin out front in the castle. And Alan's going to reveal who they killed, and I'm assuming whoever they killed is going to have to go get in the coffin and, lay there. Maybe they'll throw some dirt on him. The whole thing.
Yeah.
Who do you think they killed? They don't tell us.
Yeah, they don't tell us. But I think you are right. They've got 2 votes.
I think it's Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny's the smarter of the 2.
I think it's...
Not the smarter,
no.
the more aggressive.
I think it's Tara.
You do?
Well, yeah, because she's a little
she's actually
at this moment.
And she's actually the smarter of the 2. I just feel like Johnny's the more aggressive of the 2.
She was like, just take me out right now.
Yeah, she's suicidal. She is suicidal.
So it's, I think...
Game suicidal.
But it might... Maybe Johnny, because he might be saying, once Johnny's out, she's just going to say, screw it, and take herself out.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, so I don't know. I do think it might be Tara, though.
I think that's a good guess. That's a good guess. Who's your top 3 right now?
Oh,
I mean, Rob and Eric.
I feel like I think there's a possibility Eric goes next.
I think so too.
So I think my tops. I think Rob can still stick it out. I'm gonna guess. Yeah, Rob, Tink, and
then Eric maybe is your third, just in case Rob decides to be
guess
timed.
Mark.
Oh yeah, Mark. That's a better. Yeah, I think Eric's for sure done. And I think one of the figure skaters is getting killed. Mm-hmm. So I think you're right. That's your top 3. It's Rob, Tink, Mark. Mm-hmm. Because it's either Tink, or Mark that'll go against Rob. And you don't know for sure what's going to happen there at the end, but...
Yeah, if they decide to vote right or not.
But I think poor Tinkerbell is going to follow her heart. She's gonna follow love, and
think so?
I think it's in. I think this
And he's
season.
going to
I think this season's gonna end with
rip
a
it out.
shipwreck. Yes, I think Mara and Rob. It's just gonna ruin. My heart's gonna crush. I'm gonna be broken. They're gonna be broken.
I've been hearing things about the
reunion.
Reunion.
There's been rumors that it's spicy.
I'm like, man.
Apparently, Lisa comes for Colton a little bit. Apparently, Candace comes for Rob a little bit. I didn't even hear what happened between Dorinda and Ron.
Oh.
Ron said he was going to roast everybody because he didn't know who they were when he went. And he looked them up, and he's like, oh, I'm ready. I'm going to go back and roast every single one of them. I was like, yeah, I'm excited for that, too. Before we go, I want to say thank you to everyone who's listening. I want to say make sure you follow along with the rest of our stuff. And I want to say we're about to get more alien information released. Go back and listen to us break down and get to the bottom of aliens. But it sounds like we're getting more aliens because they asked Obama and he goes, well, they're real. And so then Trump decided, oh, I guess that means I got to release all the files. I got to release them. And so Trump's got to one-up Obama saying they're real. They don't keep them in Area 51, but they're certainly real. And now Trump's always has to one-up everything. So hopefully Obama will start releasing some Epstein files, and then Trump will have to one-up him and release them all. Either way, aliens, baby! Woo! Listen to the Bottom Boys. Follow us at Arson Club KC. Check out the KC Streetcar Takes. That's another thing we're doing. All sorts of stuff cooking. We hope you're having fun. This has been a pretty fun season of the Traitors, but I gotta be honest, I'm ready to see how this wraps up.
Oh yeah,
I'm ready for the end. I'm ready for the end.
Is it next final episode?
It's either one or two more. I'm not sure how they do it, but I feel like next one's gotta be it, right?
I think so.
I feel like it's gotta be.
I feel like we should have looked that up.
Yeah, hey, listen. We're going to Google it, but it won't be on this because we didn't Google it first. My bad. All right, y'all. Thanks again, and I guess that's a later, Traitors?
Later, Traitors.